London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Take the key and lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. Take the key and lock her up, my fair lady. Take the key and set me free, set me free, set me free. Take the key and set me free, my fair ladies. I was a rambunctious little girl. Candy curls, gumdrops, yard sales, and hopscotch. I was the queen of the Nile, the princess of Please Say Yes, the city in my backyard, with water guns, protect the hula hoops, jump ropes, Barbie dolls, and high hopes. And my sister stood guard. My mom would peek through the drapes, serve at my candy picnics, and cut my dirt pound cakes. And Dad would be Dad, not good nor bad, just Dad being Dad, not happy, not sad, just Dad being Dad. Oh, the fun I had. I was 5. No, I was 6, going on 7. When somebody named breast cancer took my mommy to heaven. I asked, who was breast cancer? Because I had never seen he. And who is this person who would take my mother from me? Sweetheart, it's not a person, it's an illness, said my dad. A person or illness is very, very bad. It made me very, very sad. And sad restricted my vocal cords, and pain ran away my words, my consonants, my vowels, my nouns, and my verbs, and left me there, a shallow, blank stare. Iron bars will bend and break, bend and break, bend and break. Iron bars will bend and break, my fair lady. Her name was Miss Jones, and she was a crazy doctor. And all the crazy kids got sent to her. And because I had stopped using my voice, they had sent me to her, of course. My daddy said no, my doctor said yes. My daddy said no, my doctor said yes. My daddy said yes, because he was being such a pest. And she was the best. With a chisel in one hand and lots of love in the other, she helped me come to terms with the death of my mother. And together, we went in search of my words and collected all my nouns and all my verbs. My sister had a secret, but she didn't tell me. But she didn't have to, because I could talk and see. First, I told me and Mickey, then they told Barbie and Ken. I told her, one of them told my dad, and she said I was lying. But she had something growing in her stomach. Like my mommy had something growing in her breast. And I was afraid that she was dying. At 16, she gave birth to a baby boy. And even to this day, he is my pride and my joy. At 12, my sister moved out, and Crazy moved in. Me, my dad, and 2 brothers lived in a shelter in Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, and in Brooklyn. For about 3 years, we lived like vagabonds. It took my dad a minute to get his head back on, but he kept the job making sure our stomachs were fat. Brooklyn Heights is where we ended up at. Welcome to New York, New York, New York.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm up at Brooklyn, now I'm turning Tribeca, right next to De Niro, but I'll be here forever. I'm the new Sinatra, and since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem, all of my Dominican counters right there up on Broadway. Throw me back to that McDonald's, took it to my fast spot, 560 State Street. Catch me in the kitchen like the Simmons whipping pastry, cruising down A Street, off-white Lexus, driving so slow, but BK is from Texas. Me, I'm up at Bed-Stuy, home of that boy Biggie. Now I live on Billboard, and I brought my boys with me. Say what up to Tata, still sipping my tie, sitting courtside, mixing that shimmy hot sauce. I've been spiked out, I can triple referee. Tell by my attitude that I'm most definitely from.
My dad was mad cool. He would drop me off every morning and never forget to say, putting his fingers to his face, Dad's just a phone call away. 14 now, couldn't wait to graduate. Walked that stage, got me a job, I was straight. Daddy was proud of his baby girl. 14 and making moves, about to take over the world. My new word was more, more, more. And Daddy said, that's what you go to work for. July 28th, Daddy made my favorite, lasagna. July 29th, he made my lunch for work. July 30th, we made his funeral arrangements. Iron bars will bend and break, bend and break, bend and break. Iron bars will bend and break, my fair lady. He had a massive heart attack, and my life was officially over. No one would love me like my daddy, feed me like my daddy, take me to school, protect me from boys, love me just because. They cremated him and seared my soul. I moved to Rochester, New York with my sister, whom hadn't said much to me since I told her a secret when I was 9 years old. I was just another stupid Brooklyn chick. She told me I would not be anything. Pride and dignity died with my dad, and the fork and spoon ran away with my self-esteem. I searched, and I searched, but I could not find it. I ended up in Shaw Memorial Hospital's psychiatric department. I just wanted my mama or my daddy to wake me up from this horrible nightmare. I was only 14, too young to dream these kinds of dreams. There's a hole in your soul that mommies and daddies fill in. It's not designed for mates, family, or friends. It's the hole in your soul that mommies and daddies fill in. Oh, and shapeshifters. I was angry as hell. I thought it was the ugliest thing walking. I hated myself. I hated the world. I cried silently because my tear ducts were rusted and in need of repair. Totally convinced that nobody really cared. I've been crying unseen tears for years. I walked around with a chip on my shoulder, and it got bigger and bigger as I got older and older. Education was my only friend. I saw it as my way out and my way in. One day I walked into this office at Franklin. I hated the kids, but I loved high school. So I walked into the office aggressive and rude. I said, "Who are you and what do you do?" And a shapeshifter said, "I'm from the Center for You, and I do whatever you need me to. Can you bring my mama back? Can you bring my daddy back? Can you get my sister off my back? Can you get my messed up life on track?" Can answer because I didn't really ask. But he smiled as if he could see through the aggressive and rude act. And from that little conversation, I began to meet some amazing shapeshifters, some giver of gifters, some weight off your shoulder lifters, some search through the BS sifters, some just a phone call awayers, some I got your back for real, some come over here and tell me what's the deal, some kick up your feet and stay weak, some come over here, you don't have to be on the street. Take the key and set her free, set her free, set her free. Take the key and set her free, my fair lady.
Arguments between my sister and I began to escalate, to the point where her husband and I got into a drag-out knockdown. Not really a drag-out knockdown. I mean, he hit me and I hit the ground. I left her house that day, swearing never to return. I ran to the Center for Youth because I had nowhere else to run. And there I began to see through the lies. It was introduced to some truth, you see. I wasn't ugly. I wasn't bad. I mean, I was a little depressed, but mostly I was sad. I learned that dads die and mommies do too, but it ain't about what they did, but about what you gonna do. And I was gonna win.
All right.
See, no family stopped by, no family called, but the shapeshifters were there when my back was against the wall. With honors, I graduated from the 11th. From depression, suppression, and rejection, champions are made. I don't know why they told me that. Okay, I kicked down the doors of MCC, refusing to look back. With Linda, Keith, my psychiatrist, and Mr. Bones by my side, I walked that stage of RIT, beaming with pride.
All right.
Subsiding fear and dissipating rage in the throes of the healing process. I walked that stage. And now I pray this prayer. And I pray it frequently. God, please allow me to be what the Center for Youth was for me. Please allow me to be a life lifter, a gift giver, a shapeshifter. Please allow me to see the pain in their faces. And let me be a light that guides them through their dark places. Build them up with love and care, love and care, love and care. Build them up with love and care, my fair lady.
Robert, the young people are just so